it.
So first of all, we'll do roll call. Councillor Manzer.
Here.
Councillor Tudor.
Hey.
Deputy Warden Ross.
Hey.
Councillor Thurber. Executive Assistant Taylor Robinson. Here. Manager of Corporate Services, Coralie. And Manager of Municipal Services, here, Tyler. Tyler. Don't mind me, it's a long day.
Happens that all the time.
I'd like us to pause to seek guidance. Okay, the next is the approval of the agenda. There is an addition. The Digby County exhibition would be for under correspondence it would be 5-1.
What was it again?
The Digby County exhibition is a thank you letter. So it would be under correspondence, 5-1.
Didn't know we had one.
Okay. So could I have someone approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Is there a seconder?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried. Next is the approval of the minutes of June 13th.
I motion to approve the minutes of June 13th, 2023.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried. The next is a presentation from Larry. Is it going to be for both of you?
Both of us, yes.
Yeah. From Larry Brooks and Sheila White, and I knew that, Sheila. Sorry. Digby Ground Search and Rescue. So could I have someone?
I'll move they come forward.
Is there a seconder?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Both of you come up, just take a chair with you. You guys don't want water or something?
No, we're good.
I've been lucky lately. I haven't heard too many people getting lost. I feel like. I found it. I'll get lost next week.
Okay,
All right.
great. Should I give a little overview what we're kind of looking for first, or?
No, talk about what's going on, or however way you want to do it, Larry. It's yours. Your presentation.
I'll try until I lose my voice.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody knows I'm Sheila White from Digby Ground Search and Rescue. I'm the treasurer for them. And I'm going to do my best because I was sick and I had to have a tooth out here and I was in Yarmouth Hospital for 4 days. So if I kind of stumble, excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay, July is our 50th anniversary for Ground Search. That's this year. We have 33 active members. The Ground Search and Rescue have been busy this year. We had a car show barbecue July 1st weekend. That was back at the hangar. We have had searches at Dalhousie up in the valley, January 17th, 23. Torbrook Mines, and that was May 3rd and 4th of this year. And we had a search up in the West Hants County, Brooklyn, on July 25th, 23. And we had to go to a debrief in Millington about the searches. We do put Hug a Tree on. It's called Adventure Smart. We have 8 members that puts on a presentation, and they did one on July 11th at the rink for 37 kids. On August 14th, they're going back to the Digby Outdoor Park to have another presentation, and I'm not sure how many kids is going to be at that one. We also do Project Lifesaver. We have 8 members trained for Project Lifesaver. We have had 3 clients in the past and may be having a new client soon. One of our members has taken this to the rink and put on a demonstration for the kids and the people that was there that day. We all have to be recertified this month and is good for 2 years. We also took the parades in. We have attended Bear River Cherry Carnival, July 22nd, Weymouth Parade, July 1st, Clare Day Parade, July 30th, and we'll be attending Scallop Days on August the 12th. Safety officer training, we had to take that. 8 training members and 2 instructors, became 2 instructors in our team to keep us all safe on the search and all other activities that we have to do. Is this what you want to hear? I'm not sure if I'm boring you or it's okay. Food handling course, we have 5 members trained to help with our barbecue and other places that we are needed. Warfare Rally, the 3 days of September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, are members and we have other volunteers helping us to keep the traffic flowing without any problems. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 p.m. at night. We started back in 2012 doing the traffic for the Warfare Rally, 11 years. Association meeting. For our team, they are taken in Burt to keep us knowing what the training and other things we need to know to keep up to date. And the meetings are held in Burt, but because of the COVID, they were Zooming them. We are allowed to go back next month. Our biggest search was for our team of Digby was in 1998 when we were all called to Swiss Air flight that went down in Peggy's Cove. A lot of our team members attended and they traveled by air, boat, and vehicle to search some of these places. The search is one that our members will never forget, and a lot of members received counseling. Sorry. Wellness checks. There was a power outage in November 17th of 2004. Hydro outage, our team was asked to go and help at the Digby Fire Hall for people coming in to get their names and phone numbers. And the Red Cross had brought blankets and things in for them. We had to give them blankets and a little bit to eat for food to each person. And some members had to go and get the seniors out of their homes and bring them to get food and warmth at the Digby Regional High School. Another wellness check was in Marshalltown, September 12th of 2019. We had to go out and help with people in the Marshalltown Trailer Park. Bruce Snell, EMO, had us to bring food, water to the people that needed help. 3 of our members were tasked to check all trailers to see if they were okay or needed some. One of our members were tasked to go out to a mink ranch back of Easton to find out if they had water and generators for their mink. The Fiona storm was September, I'm not sure of the date, but it was 2023. Halifax was calling us for chainsaw members who could come and help with the problems that they were having. They stood us, we had to stand by, and then our teams was ready to go, but the call never came. Okay, our team is called out to other areas when needed in short notice. We work very well with the other teams. If anybody wants to attend our meetings, first Thursday of every month at 7 o'clock, training every Thursday night at 7, but the first week is our meeting at 7. All is welcome. Thank you from our team.
That will excuse me, give you a little idea of what we do, and at any time, Bruce or EMO can call us to go do whatever we need. But our big dilemma we have right now is our 2011 Ford Expedition is done. It's not worth spending any more money on, and so we're looking to kind of replace that vehicle with something similar to what we have right now in the other vehicle, the Titan there, which is something similar of that line, right? Is what we're looking to do. So because it has to tow a trailer, it has to take a lot of people, and it's got to be big, burn gas, and 4-door, so it has to be quite a machine. So we are looking for something that's will last us a long time.
Do you have any quotes or anything like that?
Not right off. We never got any quotes on anything yet. What we're looking at, but we have been looking. I've found a couple things, but I just haven't gone to see them yet. But
You guys aren't treated like the fire departments, are they?
no.
Matthew?
How many vehicles do you guys have?
We have 3.
Okay. What's the years on those?
Status.
Status.
Is a 2015 our Nissan Titan, and our command truck is a 2008, and the other Expedition was a 2011, but it was an ex-EHS vehicle, so when we got it, it had pretty near 300,000 on it. Actually, it was Andrew Mitten's truck is what it was.
Wow.
Yeah, and it had 300,000 onto it. It's not worth repairing anymore. Right, so
your other vehicles will need to be replaced too, by the sounds of it.
At some time, but the Titan is an excellent vehicle. Yeah, it's excellent.
And we got no problems with the other. Go ahead.
Just to follow up on that, so if council were to provide funding for this vehicle for you,
yes,
and one of your other vehicles needed to be replaced in the next 5 years,
right,
how would you approach that, or what would happen?
I think we're safe with her the next 5 years. The 1-ton truck we had come from Louisville, Texas, and it was brought up here.
No salt.
No salt. It's in excellent condition. It works. It's a Penske truck is what it was, but it was down there most of its life. So a guy in in Truro named Rayco, he owns a business up there. He brought it back from down there with a truckload of parts into it, plus a trailer on the back with all these truck boxes. So we bought it from him, right? That was the first time I think that the municipality helped us purchase the vehicles at that time, and it gets kept inside. It's very well maintained. We have mechanics in the organization to take care of things. So.
Did we pay for the whole thing the last time we bought a vehicle from the?
Yes.
How did we do it?
It was a grant, so much a year for so many years.
Okay. Yeah.
But again, they're buying like second hand. They're not buying.
I know.
Yeah.
So, Larry, these ones you're looking at, are they new or used?
Well, the ones I'm looking at are used, right? But there was one. I mean, I put in. I can't remember now what I put in for sure. It's on my paper, but we're looking for something. A couple of years old, maybe. That's about it. That's in decent shape, good, but we need
still
something.
Good.
Yeah, we need something big V8. We need the capacity to put a lot of people in. You need the 4-wheel drive, and preferably a tonneau cover on the back to keep the
Suburban type truck.
Something similar, yeah.
And what I like to hear is what you said. You're always ready.
We're always
Between
ready.
training and being called on, expected to go help in the province. Didn't
Yes.
I hear that you guys are well renowned or in the
Yes.
whole province?
Yes.
Your
Digby's on the map. We're quite well sought for when searches come.
Right on.
Like I said, Halifax was they were in for a day, not about a day and a half before the phone call out for us to go. And it's some of our equipment we have too. We have 2 ATVs. One of them is what they call a 6-wheel drive, 6x6, and it has stretcher carrying capabilities, right? And the other one is just to cruise lines and stuff like this for people, right? Yeah.
I stretchered a 250-pound man out of the
There
woods,
you go.
and it was brutal on us.
Yeah, it's 6-wheel drive, and
Yeah.
you fasten it on the back, it has an extension that the trailer hits, you set the stretcher on, the guy slows.
It's really neat.
It's a
I was
fun
trying
machine.
to borrow it. Not bring it back.
It was kind of a yeah.
Does our procurement policy help with any of that stuff? Like you look for stuff, does it help us, help them in a way to find what they're looking for?
Our
At a better
policy-
rate? Like,
Our policy only creates more rules that you have to follow and more limitations, to be honest.
it would help.
Angela, do you have any questions or concerns? Well, I want to thank you both very much.
Good presentation.
for your presentation, and I know that you're not feeling well. Yes, Sheila?
I forgot one thing here.
Oh.
Can I just add it? I know it might not mean anything, but ground search and rescue girls got to the St. Mary's Bay. They did up a whole lot of food, and everybody went through their homes, and they had extra blankets and stuff like that. And they brought clothing, bedding, food, and I was just telling one of the counselors here, they did up gluten-free casseroles. And you wouldn't believe the people that met those people out at the door. And when the lady said that they were gluten-free, they just went and they took it and put it all on the table for themselves. Because they couldn't eat the food that was being brought in, like the fast food and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
And they did. I don't know what made them think about making gluten-free for these people, but everybody had something to eat that day. And we just let them take the truck, and they had it loaded with water, everything that we could think of. And it was well appreciated that day.
There you were.
And one other thing is, when Annapolis Road is called, Ellie and her name is up there, her next call is us. Okay, so we roll at the same time as she does, right? And vice versa. When the little young girl went missing here at the golf course, our next call was Annapolis to come down.
When was that?
That was last year.
Last year.
Last fall.
I mean, for me, like I said, when my nephew was lost and there was no ground search and rescue in this area,
Yeah.
it was the most horrible time in our lives as a family and friends trying to go to the woods that we didn't know to find a child. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned that before. And then Buddy Bar.
Yes.
See, Buddy would have been a cousin to us.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons he wanted ground search and rescue here, was because of our family.
It may be a tiring job, but at the end it's worth it.
Well, especially if you bring home someone alive, or if you just bring someone home and family know. Not that wonder. Again, thank you so much for your time. I hope, Sheila, you go home and rest and make sure he waits on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure he will.
There
you go, Larry.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Want me to put this in back?
No, we can do it.
I don't even come to a head at home. Yeah.
Now, the next is unfinished business from the minutes of June 13th, 2023. Is there any business anyone wants to bring forward from those minutes? See ya. All right, hearing none, we will go into the CAO report, meeting dates and reminders. No meeting the rest of August. Next meeting is September the 5th, bylaw and policy, 5 p.m. September the 12th, committee of the whole. September 19th, there's no meeting, and September 26th, council. Any concerns or, yes, Matthew?
Just wondering if we're still gonna have a joint meeting with the town like this fall. Talk about.
I believe that it's being looked at with the two CAOs to see if they can come up with something.
You mentioned that here a month ago, but like something happened in September, but let's say it was September, so. Be nice to.
They've got to try to work it so that we can, that there's availability among everybody. And they, they have Mondays that they have meetings, we have Tuesdays that we have meetings. Anyway, we'll go, yeah, I know it's being looked at for Jim. The next, under the CAO updates, is any questions on any of the?
Okay.
I know just that you all read that the advisory in the Digby Marketing and Promotion Lobby continues to meet and work with data to approve their first round of funding. If there's no questions on anything,
Make a motion to approve the reports.
the CAO update.
Are we talking about all the reports?
The CAO update.
Oh,
CO update.
I can move to that.
So if someone,
Seconded.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Next is the departmental reports, and there was quite a few reports. Has anyone got any questions on those reports? Yes.
I see on the building permits thing, there's a huge one for community hall for $9,800,000. Is that possibly the one in?
I don't know.
Oh, the commercial?
Yeah.
I saw that. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, I can get you information on that after the meeting if you want.
No, but that I would think that's probably the Jordantown one, more likely. Yes.
I
Community
don't
hall for
know.
9 million.
Yeah, you're likely right, George. I mean, I've seen the same report as you without the civic redacted.
Community hall, commercial.
Not to give those up.
No. Anyway.
But I can confirm for you if you
But
want.
But I will
it's
tell you,
nice to see.
they have broken ground. They're,
Digging or?
no, bulldozing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can call it.
It's a start.
So I can tell you, my grandson was fascinated. He sat in the window of a friend's house and watched them the whole time he was there. Look at those diggers. Look at those, yeah. He'd like to have gone out and helped them.
Yeah.
Is there any questions on any of the other departmental reports?
I move acceptance of the departmental reports as presented.
Oh, okay. Is there a second?
Second.
He said something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. I was
No,
thinking,
he did. George.
oh, I'm sorry, George. I didn't.
Louder, I did.
Second.
Okay.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. The next is there's nothing under dangerous and unsightly premises, so we will be going to the business items. The first is the equity and anti-racism.
Looks good.
They don't have any dates yet, but they plan on offering workshops.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of information yet, but like you guys would have seen my memo, it's very similar to accessibility. They're going to release a plan, we're going to form a committee and
Visit people.
develop our own plan and that sort of thing. So the only difference here is, as you'll see in my memo, we're thinking about looking into a consultant where this involves a lot of community engagement. So I have sent an email to Tom about that. So I'll see if the town is open to doing that with us. But we have lots of time.
That's a
They
good
don't have
idea.
dates yet, so.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
Like sometimes I think these consultants, oh, not so much, but then I'll see a consultant and I'll be like, wow, they were good. This is the sort of thing I
It's
think.
important what you need them to do.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Something like this would be what we need. All right, beautification project.
That's awesome. $25,000. That's super. I might have to do some more. See if we can get some more of them grants.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it'd make everybody happy.
Yeah, that was awesome. $25,000,
Do we have
George.
to
There's
make,
a.
Well, and they match it.
do we have to
That's
make
still great.
They did.
a motion
25
for that
last
or
year.
anything?
They got
Okay, just wanted to double check.
50,000.
So there's nothing there? So the next one though
Beautiful.
is letter of support from Turning the Tide. Now, we've already done this because we emailed everybody.
We're just making it official now.
And now we're gonna make it official and, I thought
What was the
did
letter?
I
Oh, for
read,
housing capacity.
what- maybe I'm crazy. I thought there was
A motion
a
attached?
motion already there.
I don't remember seeing one.
Maybe it was just me and my brain.
I'll just make a motion.
Okay.
I move that we write a letter of support for Turning the Tide in regards to creating capacity for housing groups. Turn of capacity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That was right. Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded. And the next is the Digby Ground Search and Rescue.
So we'll discuss this at a later date. Is that what we'll do, or?
this is a little different because that presentation, I just brought him in because I felt you should hear what's going on.
I saw that. Oh, no, I
This is
did.
a letter that came in that we put out that it looks like they're hoping for 50,000 over a few years. Coralie, you were going to, or
Give you just an update on what we had done.
the. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yes, so if you would go ahead, please, Coralie, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. So basically what we had done in the past is, we've done this twice. The first time it was $16,000 that we loaned them, and the second time it was $25,000. So what we've done is typically a 4-year term. I guess because they were asking for a bit more this time, we're kind of looking at maybe 5 years, $10,000 over 5 years. What it would look like is basically, instead of that getting expensed all in 1 year, we would have, it kind of looks like a loan on our books, so it would say receivable from Ground Search and Rescue, and then over the 5-year period, we would expense $10,000 a year. So basically, we'd be looking at the difference between $6,250 and $10,000 extra on our budget for a year, if that's what you choose to do.
That's not too bad on a $10 million. Yeah.
And just to be clear, it would be, it's a grant, it's not a loan. It's just
No.
that it'll look like, just to be clear.
Yeah.
How do people feel? I mean, I feel we need it.
Hey, obviously you need
Just, it's probably a small price for what they provide.
If you ever need
And
like
when you need it,
kid,
it's there, right? It's,
Like I said, maybe I'm a little prejudiced, but like I said, I go back and to this day, I still think of how awful it was that we couldn't find him, and he was lost. He got up in the middle of the night, went to the bathroom, got disorientated, and then anyway.
yeah. No, it's, small
Oh, no.
fee for what they're, they're
Peace
always
of
there and when you need it. So.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I've been involved with searches for people who've been swept out the passage, and yeah, it's so anxiety producing when you're out there with the boat. I went around, geez, we had 15, 20 boats, never found a thing. That's how it is too. And these guys that go out there like that, I feel like I owe those guys a lot, because it's intense when it's minutes, you know what I mean? And geez, and these guys got training. It's so valuable.
I'll make a motion to enter a grant of $10,000 over 5 years.
$10,000 per year for 5
For
years.
5 years for the Digby Ground Search and Rescue.
I'll second that.
Just if you can make sure that it's covered, that you put in there that it's covered through an annual capital grant.
Okay, so we'll make a motion that we do a $10,000 grant through an annual.
Yearly
yearly
grant.
If you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
The last time you guys put this through, so the wording of the motion was that you would approve a loan to the Digby Ground Search and Rescue in the amount of, so it would be $50,000 to purchase a vehicle for Ground Search and Rescue to be paid back over a 5-year period through an annual capital grant.
So
motion
moved.
You repeat that?
I love so moved. That's my favorite thing. Oh wait.
Did you second or you second?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. The next is under correspondence and information. We have the letter from the, did everyone get it on their table?
Yep.
The Digby County Exhibition.
Yep.
Thank you for your support.
Geez, how did I miss that? Didn't even know we had a Digby County.
Yes.
Every year.
140 years.
Gee, 144 years. Oh my
We
God.
didn't know we had one.
Well, I knew we have them, but I didn't think it was every year.
Yeah.
Fun.
So if we just tell them at the gate that we're a member of the council, then we.
It says, yeah.
You have 6 passes? I should know if they have a good painting.
Yeah, I usually go every year over.
Where do they
I don't
hold
know if I'm
it?
gonna get away this year.
In Bear River, you go up the hill a little bit there on the hill towards Lansdowne.
Maybe we'll check it.
We'll make check those.
Just follow the cow shed up the hill.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's right.
So nice.
interactions there.
Y'all needed that. Okay, the next is in camera. Could I have a motion to move in
So
camera for a personnel matter?
So moved.
Seconded. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carries.